Here's the thing about your movie, why I made a curator's pick of the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Community, heart,
What's going on, people? This is the Film Review. We are the husband and wife team that review movies, music, culture, and whatever else comes to mind. I'm Crazy Dee.
I'm Tracey.
And welcome to the Film Review, movies, music, culture, politics, and society film magazine. Welcome to the Film Review, movies, music, culture, and whatever else comes to mind. Each week, the husband and wife team take you on a discussion on culture in movies, music, politics, and society. Brought to you by LordlandFilms.com. So get ready for this week's The Film Review.
What's going on, people? This is another great episode of the Film Review. Movies, music, culture, politics, and society podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Crazy D.
I'm Tracey.
And we review culture in movies, music, politics, and society. Let me do this right here. Let me do this tag right here real quick. All right. So, do we have a great show for you today? We're reviewing What Men Want. That's right. That's the new film that comes out tomorrow. Right? And we saw it early. And this is a commemorative glass. I have mine and my wife has hers, and we're going to be talking about the film. So, how is your 7th day of Black History Month 2019 going right now, people? Let me do this while I go ahead and pull this up.
Mine's going great. It was nice that this film was released during Black History Month.
And I'm sure that it's going to do big numbers, for sure. So let me go ahead and do some population, like what we do, let people know that we're on. So tell us how your Black History Month is going so far, 7th day. Ours is going pretty good. We're seeing a lot of films. We also saw, what did we see on, we saw the 2nd season of The Deuce.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll be talking about that in the future. Let you know about that. Let's see where we are. We go through. So, as we go through, What Men Want stars none other than TARAJI P. Henson, right? And it's from the producers of Ride Along. And what's the other film? Ride Along and Girls Trip.
Yeah. And
so if you want to see a film that will have you
think like a man, and Will Packard, his
whole catalog is just
great.
Of films is just great. Yeah. You will enjoy this film.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tell them we are on. That's right. All right, so on Black History Month, yesterday we gave you some Black History facts, right? And we also talked about the state, Trump's State of the Union address. We talked about Liam Neeson. Neeson, and his talk of wanting to beat up a random black person because he asked what color it was, the person was who raped his significant other, and she told him he was black, and we talked about that. And there has been some more fallout from that situation since we talked about it, so we're gonna definitely hit that, right? So we want to welcome everybody that's coming in and watching, you know what I mean, to this. So let's talk about the cast real quick of What a Man Wants as I continue to populate. Go ahead.
So the cast of What Men Want, starring TARAJI P. Henson, Aldous Hodge, Max Greenfield, Erykah Badu, Wendy McLendon, Tracy Morgan, Brian Bosworth, Tamala Jones, Shaquille O'Neal, Josh Bruner, Phoebe Robinson, Mark Cuban, Killen Lutz, Chris Watsky, Jason Jones, Richard Roundtree, and Kuzar Mohammed. Now, previews. Speaking of Richard Roundtree, who's in the film,
That's right.
they show previews of Shaft, which
That's right.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah,
What,
that's
all three
coming.
generations?
3 generations of Shaft.
Yeah, and Richard Roundtree will be in the film.
That's right.
So that was a highlight. Also, that was a really, really great trailer to see.
Yeah. Let's see. So as I populate this, so the story of what a man wants.
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson plays, what's the character's name? Oh yes, Allie Davis. She is a sports management rep,
Yeah.
I will say, right? And she works for a sports company that represents artists, right? I mean, represents players.
Yeah.
And she believes that her hard work has earned her a position as partner at the firm.
Which
But-
is well deserved because Ali works very, very hard.
That's right. She works very, very hard. She
Right.
thinks like a man,
Right.
and she acts like a man. And she even says that if she was a man,
Right.
that people would treat her differently. And some people have different opinions of that. You have to watch the film. So, she is passed over for a promotion to become partner.
And so you've seen all this in the preview. So
Yeah,
we're
so
not
that's
giving them-
no spoiler there. And the movie pretty much kicks off. She has a special event to go to, but the night before, they decide they will go out and party, and then at the behest of one of her friends,
Right.
they go to see a medium. You know, Erykah Badu
Does a
plays.
great job.
And who did she
Great
play
acting.
again?
She plays sister. She's the
Right.
psychic.
Yeah, she's a psychic, right? And so she goes to see her, and then she's given this special concoction. You've seen all that. Then she hits her head, and then when she wakes up, she's able to hear men's thoughts, and the story takes off from there. Now,
Well, first of all, I just want to say, from the previews of what men want, I mean, it just looked hilarious, right? So from the previews, I had a good feeling about the film, but after seeing the film, it's even better than I thought. And me and another, and after the movie was over with in the restroom, a lot of the ladies, you know, we were all like talking about the film, and we were just saying how we knew it was going to be good because the trailer for the film is just hilarious. And we all love Taraji P. Henson, you know, so. But we was just like, it was even better than we thought. Just like hilarious and just everything. Just like everything. And the people in the audience was just like talking and cracking up and just all having a good time. A few times, do you remember you were like, listen to her, listen to her.
yeah,
You know.
listen to the people in the background.
Yeah,
because
interacting with the film.
they are getting, you know, what's her love interest name again?
The actor's name is Aldous Hodge.
Right, and he plays the character of
Is it Will?
Will, right? And you know him mainly from playing MC Ren
Right.
in Straight Outta Compton.
And we know him from the television show Underground.
That's right, right? And so that's where you mostly know him from. But what we heard in the theater is that this guy is getting ready to be, if not already, he's getting ready to be a sex symbol.
Oh, the ladies were going crazy.
They were going crazy for him just by the conversation that was happening between him and Allie, between Will and Allie. Well, they were saying Allie, but Ali, you know, tomato, Ali. But the conversation was going on between the two. The people and the women in the theater were going bonkers for this guy. So I could see him being a breakout star in the not too distant future. He's pulling and doing what's necessary to make it happen with choosing or being cast in the right roles. You know what I mean? Let me see, what else do I need to say about that? So that's pretty much the premise of the story. You see that in the trailer. They tell you the premise of the trailer, but in between time there's family values.
So much more.
There's Tracy Morgan, who is just hilarious, who plays a father who is looking forward to his son being very successful.
And who loves his family.
That's right.
Yeah, his son and his wife. It's great.
We are.
Ali's relationship with her friends, her father was just great. Like, just everything was just like well fleshed out.
Yeah, it's the pacing. It's the pacing of these films and what they're doing in the films these days with, you know, it's a certain brand of comedy and it's in certain places over the top, but it is just hilarious but well put together. Everything makes sense where it's placed. What's interesting about this film is it's giving European American actors a chance to act in a film that's driven by a strong female lead with strong supporting black male and female leads, and them being the supporting cast in it, which is a breath of fresh air, I must say. And when you watch a film, that you see that everyone is involved, but you see that the leads are that, and it's not a film where you don't see any other races but just one race in the film. Great breath of fresh air. Right?
Her relationship with her assistant was great.
Now that's an interesting relationship because Will Packard brings in within the writing, him and his writing team brings in the storyline of what's actually going on in society, and instead of there being a black man being a person that is homosexual, instead it is a white supporting cast member that is homosexual, and the story is told of a love crush in it. But I mean, it's a love crush, but I'm not telling the story. But I'm just saying that there's something there. We are on, and so
it was like multiple storylines.
That's
what I liked about
it's
the
an
film
ensemble.
also.
It's an
Great
ensemble cast. While the story is going on with her, there are other multiple stories going on.
And I love how the characters they're not just one dimensional. Normally in films, like they did a good job with this film. The writing is really good because normally in films, when it's a white lead, normally the black, the supporting actor is just like one dimensional.
Yeah, just a sidekick.
Right, but in this film, it was just well done. You were able to, not only did you learn about the lead, Ali, you learned about her assistant, her friends, what was going on in their lives, you know, it was just well written. It was not a lazy script at all.
No.
It was well written, and in Hollywood you see like a lot of lazy stuff. Like you see a lot of reboots of films, like but unlike with this one, it's totally different. Even though it's supposedly like what a reboot of what Women Want or whatever, the Mel Gibson one. Well, this one
it's better.
It's way better.
It's better.
It's way better. It's way better. So it wasn't lazy writing at all. They didn't just lean off of
stereotypes.
Yeah. It was just good. It was good. This is really good. Like you're populating. We'll go into more detail when you're finished, but it was good. It was way better than I thought. It's entertaining. It was a diverse cast as well as a diverse audience, and everybody was just relaxing. And people had their commemorative glasses, and they were using these because the people in front of us got up at least 3 or 4 times to get drinks from the bar, and they were using their glass.
That's right.
So, you know, everybody was just laughing and had a good time. And
it's the hilarity. It's when there is nothing like going to the movie theater to see a movie. It's nothing like it. You know, you can sit at home and watch a movie.
Hi, Brittany.
Thanks for checking in and watching. You can sit at home and watch a film, but it's nothing like going in and being with an audience of people who you don't know. Or if you take a group of friends and you are within a group of people who you don't know, where everyone is laughing and you get to see that people's interests are not that different than the other person's interests, right? For those coming in, we are talking about the film What Men Want, starring Taraji P. Henson,
Yes.
right?
Great film.
Great film. We are on.
Way better. The trailer is hilarious, but the film.
The trailer actually does the film. It actually is a great trailer to lead you into film, but it is so much
better,
more
yes,
than what the trailer gives you.
Oh my gosh, hilarious from beginning to end. I mean, it's just like a combination of everything. Comedy, romance, friendship, family, drama, just like everything. Just well done. And the campaign for the film, I'm like, this is nice. It was nice to get the commemorative, like, glasses and stuff.
Something
but
you can put up on your mantle.
But I mean, you know, but they didn't even like really need to even like push the, like, it's so good that they didn't even need to have any what are they called, like, you know, when the labels incentives and stuff, because just the film alone is just like a great reward, just like really good.
But you could tell that they put the budget behind it to push the film.
They did, because it was nice.
And you will enjoy this film. So it
was what, a BET film, and was it Paramount?
Yeah, Paramount Players.
Yeah.
They have a new division of Paramount called Paramount Players. Yeah. So it's Paramount Players and BET Presents.
And another Will Packer hit.
Another hit on his hands.
It was great. It was real good.
What is so good about Will Packer is his formula of telling a story. Yeah. It is, the concept is compact, but yet at the same time, it just branches out with the multiple characters within the ensemble that keep you entertained throughout. Just when you think that the story is going to focus on just this, on the main character, then it branches out and introduces you to secondary and third characters within the story, right? I mean, it's just amazing what he's doing in film right now. You know what I mean? And that's why everyone should go out and support this film, right? Because it's just incredible. I mean, it's just incredible what he's doing, how he goes about doing it, how he goes about telling the story, and how he's bringing out in the actors great performances.
Yeah, because the screenplay was done by Tina Gordon Chisholm, who's the hits, like the films that she's done. Also, Tyler Perry's Peoples, ATL, Drumline. Her movie that's coming up, Little. That preview was good too. The trailer. So I'm sure you saw that already. That's gonna be good.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Tina also co-wrote the script for Little, as well as What Men Want. So she's a beast.
Yeah, coming into her own, doing her thing, right?
Yeah.
And so, let's see this here. All right. So now populated. Now, let's break down some of the relationship situations. Let's talk about the relationship between Ali and what is his name? I'm skipping here. No, not the boyfriend, but last OG between
Tracy Morgan.
Between her and Tracy Morgan's character. Tracy Morgan's character is a person that's driven by family.
Yeah.
And he assumes because Ali doesn't appear to be a family-oriented person, that she doesn't have a husband or anything like that. And for him, he is glad to find out that she does in the storyline, right? And so he is glad. I'm not telling the story. Right? So
it was Tracy Morgan did a great job in the film. It was good to see the relationship between his son and the relationship between him and TARAJI HENSON. That was really good scenes too.
Now, the relationship between Ali and her father.
Yeah. Richard Roundtree, played by Richard Roundtree.
Very well laid out. The complexity of what was happening between the father and the daughter, and the just heartfelt family structure that was there, beautifully written. The relationship between Ali and her homegirls, right? There is a scene that you will be just you've seen it in the trailer, but you will be laughing your behind.
Yeah, so we're not gonna spoil it. But
you will be laughing from the very beginning. So it's a nice mixture between drama, comedy, well structured. The pacing rolls straight through. No doldrums in the film.
Right.
You will be entertained. Take the family. It's family friendly entertainment. You won't be disappointed. You will be totally satisfied with this film.
It's one of those films that you wouldn't mind to go seeing again. You wouldn't mind paying to see it like twice. And not many films, are like that. But this film, I'm going to see it again. I'm going to go see it Saturday.
That's right.
So I'm definitely going to see it again.
Right.
I love, like I said, the script. I love the cast, hilarious. Taraji P. Henson, she killed it.
That's right. When you go to the theater, make sure you get your commemorative glass.
I love like the costume. Of course, her outfits were nice, tailored made like for her. It fit her character, her style. The music was great. Just everything. Just everything. You ready for my rating?
No, the acting of the child actor.
Oh yeah.
Superb. The delivery, the timing of the child actor, excellent. The awareness that he portrays this written for the character about what's really actually going on, you know, that is amazing. It's amazing. So we talked about script, we talked about the pacing, we talked about acting, we talked about
music.
Some of the characters. We didn't talk about the music.
I did.
Oh,
I
did
said
you?
it was great music.
Okay, right. The music within the film is a character.
Yeah.
It drives the storyline. Like you'll be seeing the scene, and then there are certain words in the music that say, "Hey, that goes along with the scene."
Yeah.
Beautifully chosen work, and then the city itself is a character within the film, right? Yeah. And you see the city, and you're like, this is great. So the skyline footage, it's Atlanta, right? And so the skyline footage and the landmarks that they put in the film,
it's beautiful,
just beautifully shot. So
you know who really stood out too?
Oh, who stood out?
Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah,
I loved her character.
So, Erykah Badu. Yeah. Make sure that you stay after the credits roll. Sure. Do not get up out your seats because you
scenes.
Will miss. And I had a feeling, but I knew that when we were sitting in the theater that there were going to be some people who had went into the seats that were going to try to come back our way. So we went and stood down by the lower seats. And I said, "Come on over here. This is not over yet." I had a feeling, and sure enough, there is additional footage that you have to see.
You will be
cracking up. It will have you laughing. If you want to feel good on this weekend of Black History Month, it is a feel good film. It has a moral lesson within it, right? Yeah. And it's just amazing. It's the type of films that we have been making all throughout since the first filmmakers, Oscar, Michaud, going on. It's that particular through line and that particular tradition of filmmaking. Another film that we saw, as far as the trailer was concerned, was Medea's talking about the funeral.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah. That is going to be hilarious. Now we've seen we've seen quite a few, but we haven't seen the latest Medea films in. But I think this is one that we're going to go see in the theaters. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I think the last Tyler Perry film we saw was 4 Colored Girls in the theater.
The rest of them we saw on like Amazon.
Right. But in the theater, so this is going to be one that we go to.
Well, we saw a lot of his. We saw the last one we saw was the Taraji P. Henson when that was a Tyler Perry film.
That's right. So we saw that during the last summer. Yeah. And then we reviewed that one. Yeah. No, that wasn't Taraji. That was
her.
I thought that was.
And she was the assassin. And she took in a little boy. Okay. That was a Tyler Perry film. Okay, I thought
that was a Tyler Perry film. Okay, so we've seen 2 then, because it's the other last year, because it's the other one with talking about with Tiffany Haddish in it.
We saw that one too.
And the young lady.
And that was a Tyler Perry. We've seen Tyler Perry.
Yeah. But we haven't seen Medea.
Well, it's been a while since there's been a Madea film, so.
Right. Yeah. So
yeah, that's
this will
why.
be one that we'll be seeing in the theater.
Right.
Because it looks like it's just going to be hilarious, and he's going to be definitely on his A game in that one as
so
playing
he's
Madea.
been behind the scenes and producing a lot of stuff.
Right.
So we've seen all of that he, you know, a lot of his productions, but it's been a while since Madea, so we're looking forward to seeing it.
All right, so we went through all that. So what would you rate the film?
Definitely a 10, 5 stars.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10 also.
Yeah, excellent.
It's well worth seeing.
Well,
so go see that. So now listen, people. It's Black History Month, and you know they keep on hitting us with these different stories and things. And so the fallout is continuing with Liam Neeson and his saying that he was going out to hunt down indiscriminate black males to try to murder them. He wanted to kill them. That's what he said he wanted to do because, you know, what he said, boom, boom, boom. So the fallout is happening. He's this film to me, even though he's had the Takens and all that other stuff, this film was supposed to be like his film that was going to transcend him because it was placed in a different area, which we're not going to even go into the film like that, right? But so this is probably real disappointing to a lot of people who put a lot of time and effort into building this film because time and effort is money, right? Besides the money, time and effort is money, and money is time and effort, right? So you know, so he's canceling appearances on talk shows.
Yeah, Stephen there.
Right. So he's canceling, and so this can't be good for the press runs and the press junkies because you're going to just ask about it. But another person came to his defense. We talked about Terry Crews yesterday, but another person has come to his defense, and it's very interesting because before Black Panther came out, but I guess it would have been about 2 years before Black Panther had come out, this person was asked a question. I guess it was like a TMZ type format. Right. And she was coming from out of, I guess, a restaurant or something. Yeah. And they asked about someone playing a superhero. Right. And she said, well, she thinks that
minorities.
No, she said
black.
She said black. Okay. She said black people should have their own superheroes and not take
white people's
superheroes and play them. So that's what she said. Now, for one thing, I thought the woman was a Latina.
She is.
Right? But not, so why would it concern her about what if directors wanted to cast a black actor in what was drawn as a Caucasian superhero? What difference would it make to her because she's a Latina, right? Right? I'm just saying she's a Latina.
Well,
so what would be?
She's trying to get her butter biscuits.
But I'm just saying, what would be her concern about that? But anyway, she's come out again because that was offensive, people. That was offensive because, you know, at this point, just because they draw something a certain way doesn't mean
she's just a troll. And you know, and the only reason why I went to see the film Widows was because of Viola Davis. Because when I saw that Michelle Rodriguez was in it, I almost didn't see the film, but Viola was the lead. So I went to see the film because of the statement Rodriguez had made about black actors playing superheroes. Didn't go see it, right? But so I went to
Davis
see it because I went to see it because of Viola Davis, right? But had I known what Liam Neeson has said, because he was also in the film.
Yeah, he played.
You know what? Between Michelle Rodriguez racist statements and Liam Neeson's racist statements,
Allegedly.
I wouldn't have gone to see the film. You said allegedly, but you can go online and listen to his interviews, and Liam Neeson talks about this.
Yeah, it's open, so that
Right.
it's mostly,
So it's not
most
allegedly,
definitely,
it's-
it's opinion.
So what happened was
So let's go through it.
Michelle Rodriguez spoke with Vanity Fair while she was on the red carpet,
Listen to
and
this,
she
people.
defended Liam Neeson.
And what did she say?
And she said that he's not racist because the way he stuck his tongue down Viola Davis's throat, he could not have been racist. She said that there's not that good of acting in the world. A racist wouldn't have kissed Viola Davis. So of course Twitter,
Drug her
Right.
ass. Okay, listen, people.
so it's just crazy. Just crazy.
It's weird if people don't seem to understand
But just a quick question.
Go ahead.
Because someone on Twitter had talked about Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first, and I just saw that a second ago, but when I heard that she made that statement, yes, go see
Yeah,
what
go ahead. What
men want.
Uh-huh.
When I heard she made this statement, I said, is she sick in the head? I'm like, okay, so during slavery, the slave owners, husband, wife, slave owners, whoever, so they weren't racist, but they still raped and violated their male and female slaves.
That's right.
and raped the kids as well, committed pedophilia, all of that. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, the Facebook.
Yeah, right.
So I'm gonna just repeat what I said.
Repeat that.
So come on, Michelle Rodriguez. So you're saying that during slavery, the slave owners, the husband and wife, they weren't racist because they raped their slaves, male and female slaves.
That's right.
Children,
so they went,
abuse, pedophilia to children. Because a racist, just because they, force themselves and penetrate you, doesn't make them a racist. I mean, come on,
But
be smarter than that.
So in other words, just because they're having relations just because a person has relations or sexual relations with another person doesn't make them
whether
not
it's forced
racist
or not.
Right, it doesn't make them not racist.
Right.
It just makes it that's something that they want to do.
Right.
So in an acting job, that is acting. That's what acting is.
You get paid
You
to
could
act.
get up there and be with two people like they said during Gone with the Wind.
Right.
Old girl, Clark Gable, and old girl who played the mixed mulatto, couldn't stand each other. And he would purposely chew onions.
Oh, Vivian Lee.
Yeah, he would purposely chew onions, and then when they had the sex scene, his mouth would smell like onions, but they would get the kiss off and do what was necessary, but at the same time, he did little things like that. So that doesn't mean a thing. That means nothing. Right. So to say that that's not that much acting in the world, that's racist. My opinion.
That's like 2 strikes.
But that's my opinion. That is racist to sit up there and say it's not that much acting. Well, what are you saying? Have you looked? I mean, just my opinion. Michelle Rodriguez is not a beauty. Has she looked in the mirror? I mean, she's got those stony face and that jawline that is just. I mean, she's never been a beauty, and she looks like she lives a hard life. My opinion. She looks hard, and she should be happy because it seems like the only pictures that she is able to star in are films that are really based on the black experience, though they may have multicultural casts, but usually the leads in these films are black people.
Right.
And it seems like she doesn't have any vehicles that she can do herself. So how come she wasn't in the film that flopped, by the way? It flopped, that Lady Bala or Lady Baba Bala or whatever. How come she wasn't the lead?
Don't get me started on Gina Rodriguez, who made that racist comment about black actresses.
Right.
Let's not even start on her.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a totally different actress.
Right, but that movie
same last
flopped.
name. But
What is it about certain Latinos and certain Latinas and certain Latinos where they are just stumped down racist? Shouldn't they
where is
be
this coming from?
Shouldn't
this anger?
Shouldn't they be angry at those who came in and created them 600 years ago through rape and disease? The Portuguese and the Spanish. I mean, shouldn't they be mad at them? They shouldn't be mad at ancestors that they came from who have no fault of our own. The people were killed through germ warfare because the people brought disease, or they were killed and then the women were raped. They should be angry at the rapists who raped them, but for some reason it's always coming back on black people instead of focusing their anger on the people who violated them and brought them into existence anyway. If you want to know why you look the way you look, you just got to go back and trace the people who raped you, and then you will say, dang, that's why I'm here. I've only been here 600 years. So, when you see that, I have not seen a starring role, and I don't think that we will see a starring role because, in my opinion, her attitude is poor, right? And so that means her attitude is poor with not just black people, but with people who are European Americans, the people who run the studio system. So we don't see a main vehicle for her, just maybe co-star or secondary roles, background. And as it keeps on going, her and the other girl from that other movie that flopped will have to have next time we'll see them, they'll be the grandmother. Right?
I just need all of this to stop for Black History Month. All of this negativity towards black people. I mean, black people are just like minding their own business. But between the governor and Liam Neeson and then the
Virginia governor.
The Virginia governor, and then Michelle Rodriguez, and then Gina Rodriguez, and then Jennifer Lopez with the Grammys. I hope that's just a rumor, because Jennifer Lopez said all lives matter during the time of the Black Lives Matter movement, and when there was like the just after the death of, oh my gosh, it's just been so many. But during that time when it was, with all of that going on with the police brutality and the protesting, and then she says, oh no, all lives matter. We know all lives matter, Jennifer. That's not the issue. But she never stands for anything anyway. She didn't even stand up when they put the children behind the cages during this during this Trump administration. So she stands for nothing anyway.
In our opinion.
So, but I mean, and those are Latinos she didn't even stand up for. So, in my opinion, but for her the Motown tribute, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Break it down a little bit. The Grammys, there's something going across the internet that's saying that she's going to be doing a Motown tribute. And it seems strange that at the Grammys there will be a Motown tribute, but you've got Jennifer Lopez doing it. Jennifer Lopez doesn't come from the group of people that the music was made from. My question is this, it's kind of rhetorical.
I think we're all being punked for Black History.
Probably. I mean, it seems like it just keeps coming out. The Attorney General for Virginia. First, they said they were going to give it up to Lieutenant Governor. A woman has come out who is college educated, who teaches at a university.
Right.
has come out and said that he sexually assaulted her.
Right.
He says it's consensual. So if that doesn't iron out, he would have to step down. Then the Attorney General for Virginia says that he was in blackface. So I mean, it's really just something. But you know,
and this is only February 7th. We haven't even got through the 28 days.
But
yet,
it's not. But it's not shocking. We have 21 days left, and what will be happening within those 21 days? It's not shocking though.
Well, people just leave us alone.
No, but listen to this.
We're minding our own
What
business.
trips me out is
making history.
Can people please just use your own culture? Like, why is it that all of these different people come in, like a Jennifer Lopez, for instance, or Michelle Rodriguez, or the other Rodriguez, right? This is Rodriguez's voice. But anyway, why do they come in and use and utilize? No.
Well, I say disrespect.
Utilize black culture, and then once they get to a certain point, then all of a sudden they feel that they can just diss black culture. Remember, Jennifer Lopez started out as one of the fly girls on. What were they doing? What type of dancing were they doing? They were doing hip hop. The whole thing was about her behind, right? And her behind being like a black girl's behind, which I never thought that ever when I saw her. But her dancing ability, and she was being choreographed by who? Old girl from School Days, right? I mean, not from Do the Right Thing.
I don't think so. They didn't get along.
wrote. No, she was a choreo. She did
Living
choreograph.
Single, but after that,
Living Color,
yeah,
she choreographed her. She was a dancer on what's the name, right?
Yeah,
she was being choreographed by her, and she is a black Latina too, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know, because even she has come out and said some things about Spike Lee. She really didn't appreciate doing that, but at the same time, when she was on The View, they were saying that she couldn't read the teleprompters, and that's why they, if I remember the story correctly, that's why they relieved her. But then later you come out and you start talking about Spike Lee. Well, Spike Lee will probably never have you in another film again, right? Because Spike Lee is hot.
I keep telling you it's about getting those.
But it's like I don't think that the Latinos would be trying to get Butterbeers. I think they would be trying to get some rancheros. But anyway, why are you using hip hop culture? Hip hop culture didn't come from you, right? Why are you using it, the dancing, to get over or be in films that have to do with black culture? And then as soon as you get to a certain point, then you start dumping on black culture. Because show us one thing that has been done, concrete, that has been done where they haven't used black culture to make a success. Where they haven't used hip hop culture, which is black culture, or jazz, or blues, or reggae is from Jamaica, but or any of the other forms that have come from the United States. Show us one that you've made that really spans. Like, everyone doesn't listen to Spanish music, but they sure do listen to hip hop all over the globe.
My thing is that as human beings, we should all embrace one another, and all be one. But everyone doesn't have the same. They don't act the same way towards us. Because black people are open and cool people, compassionate, friendly, fight everybody's issues, battle, stand beside everybody, and just but people tend to throw darts at us. We're like, where is that coming from? Because we're just doing us. We're, living our lives, taking care of our families, like making history, whether it's in music, in science, arts, medical field, just
overcoming in a situation in societies that don't want you to succeed.
And again, the civil rights movement opened up the door for all other groups, to come in and to
profit.
I mean, what is that? The affirmative action that everyone else came in and was able to right. So I mean, like, I don't understand, because had it not been for the path led by black people, the door wouldn't be open for everyone else. But yet I don't understand.
So quit using. Let's put your culture up. Let's get for those who are. Let's get the sombreros and the guitars and do that and put that up front and make that number one globally, and then we can talk. But if you can't do that, quit talking against black people every time that you get on camera. When we did the review on that film, right, with Viola Davis and Liam Neeson, we had said that that we were in the theater and the black women had wanted to see Viola Davis in this lead role, but they weren't too appreciative of all this kissing that was going on. So it wasn't that great for her to be up there kissing on this guy, but the vehicle, because she was in lead, she was able to bring along with her, like a Eddie Murphy would, bring along other stars, black stars within the film that help them branch out. Quit talking negatively and quit talking racistly and bigotedly about black people or black subjects or situations, when the only vehicles that you have to get you there are black vehicles. Get your own vehicle running, and then you can say pretty much what you want to say. But if you have to come through and use hip hop culture or black culture to get over, stop talking negatively about it. That's what we want to say. So that's one of the fallout things that we wanted to say about the Liam Neeson situation. And more people are going to expose themselves, and y'all will be the way of Clint Eastwood without having his decades of success. Okay, so what we wanted to come on and say for this 7th day of Black History Month is make sure that you go see What Men Want, and do not be let's put that up again so that so you can go see this film, and don't be fooled by what you see, this zeitgeist that's going on with this is Black History Month, and they want to hit you with all of this. They want to hit you with all the negativity, where this is supposed to be a celebration of blackness, of black success, and they're coming up and bringing you and always encroaching in on your month. You know what I'm saying? Forget the joy. Your month, right? Of educating your children about what they might not know, right? And instead they keep on encroaching in and putting themselves in, because really there is no culture without black culture. All right, so this has been another great episode of the Film Review. We are the husband and wife team. I'm Crazy Dee
Tracey,
and we review culture and movies, music, politics, and society, because this is the Film Review. This is episode 40. I think this is 47, right? Yeah. Episode 47. Yes, it is.
Episode 47, reviewing What Men Want. This film is refreshing. Go see it.
That's right. Don't get discouraged by what you're seeing in the media, people. It's just a zeitgeist. It's just what it boils down to is jealousy.
Yeah.
It's jealousy because it's something that they cannot do that we do. Descendants of Slaves, 1619, and Native Blacks do that they cannot do. So, again, you've been watching us. We appreciate you watching. We've been pushing this. You know, this is we're going to be past 50, I think, like probably in the next couple of days.
Yeah, because we have a few more films to
we have quite
get
a few.
in.
Yeah, we need to talk about what we've
50.
been seeing on HBO on demand and on Netflix on demand and on Prime on demand. We got so many films to talk about and films that we're seeing in the theater, and it's just jam-packed throughout Black History Month. So we have to bring to you the information about the counterculture that's trying to counter the success of Black people by constantly putting these destructive stories into the media. But what we say is, do as much as what we have done with your actual culture and make it number one around the world, and then you'll be saying something. Other than that, what you're saying is just pure jealousy, period. So this has been the Film Review. Movies, music, culture, politics, and society, and we'll see you next time.
Advertise on shows produced by LordlandFilms.com. The Film Review, movies, music, culture, and whatever else comes to mind, brought to you by LordlandFilms.com. The hosts, Crazy D and Tracy Dion. All music heard on the Film Review available on iTunes, Apple Music. Live stream recording and audio, Crazy Dion. Research on topics, Tracy Dion. The Film